Peace, peace, spiritual girlies. It is your fellow spiritual girly, Natasha, here with the Spiritual Girly Covenant. Okay, this is take two. I literally just gave this reading, but for some reason it did not record. I don't know. My mom was literally blowing my phone up as I was trying to record this message for the Spiritual Girly Covenant. And I think because she kept calling, literally. And my mom, love her to death. Bless her heart. She doesn't want much. She calls me a million times a day. So this is me giving it another go, because this message is important to the spiritual girlies. Okay, this message is important for my high priestess who are building their legacy without burnout. Okay, as a high priestess, it is so important for us to build a legacy without burnout. That does not mean you will not be tested. That does not mean that you will not have challenges. It just means that you're doing it with flow and ease. You're doing it in accordance with the will of fortune, with divine unfolding and divine timing. Ashe. So, to open up the reading, the first card that I pulled out was the first chakra, which is your base chakra. Okay, we know that the base chakra is in resonance with self-sufficiency. And I just want to note that I've been up since 5:30 a.m. this rising. I'm doing some shadow work, Ashe. And I just felt the need to light my red candle. I felt the need to be in red. I felt the need in my own reading, okay, in my own self-analysis this rising and communing with divine sacred source energy, the great mother in my spirit. Red was on my mind because I'm like, I got to take it back to the basics. In order for me to stabilize, in order for me to structure and stabilize my foundation, we have to go back to the basics. And this rising, the first card that I pulled out was a base chakra card. And that card specifically was in resonance with responsibility. So the fact, right, that I'm doing this collective reading for the spiritual girlies who are high priestess and goddesses and empresses in their own right, creating their legacy without being burnt out. Ashe, I pulled the base chakra red. So pay attention to this red, Ashe, because in order for us to continue the building of our legacy, we have to create a very firm and stable foundation. We have to pull it back and go back to the basics. And where does the basics start with? It starts with us, okay? And this says self-sufficiency, okay? So before I get into reading what the self-sufficiency base chakra card means, or what the creator of the chakra deck, what they meant when it came to self-sufficiency, I want to pose this question to the Spiritual Girly Collective, because this is what this reading is based on, okay? My question to the Spiritual Girly Collective is, what systems support my magic instead of suffocating it? What systems support your magic, support my magic without suffocating it? Ashe. So again, when answering this question, we gotta go back to the basics. We gotta go to the foundation. We have to tap into that we have to tap into that base chakra energy, which is in resonance with responsibility, which is in resonance with self-sufficiency. Okay? And again, fire is also representation of your creative will, your creative innate ability to get up and do. Ashe, for yourself. So the fact that we're opening up this reading with self-sufficiency says a lot. It says, by finding material security without being materialistic, I will gain satisfaction, stability, and inner strength. I am resourceful. I put in the effort to be responsible for supplying my fundamental needs in my life, such as shelter, food, water, and clothing. I take responsibility for where I now find myself in life as I move forwards. I get in touch with and trust my innate wisdom, which tells me that I will be provided with all that I need. Ashe. So we open up the reading with that, okay? The next card that I pulled was a Reclaiming Your Power card. And if any of you remembered, I did a video about 2 weeks ago right? Where I first started this whole building your legacy without burnout series, we pull the reclaim your power card. So this is divine sacred source energy here. This is spirit. This is the great mother. This is the benevolent universe. This is your highest self telling you, hey, you want systems that support your magic and not suffocate it? Then you need to start with reclaiming your power. You need to start with reclaiming who the fuck you are. Okay? You need to first know that you are powerful and that you even have the ability to get and do. Okay? You need to reclaim your power. You are the narrator. You are the writer of your story. You've been giving your power away too long. You've been giving your power away to your parents. They've told you what they needed and wanted you to do and who you need to be. You've given your power away to this system, okay? Because they told you in order to get that job, you had to look like this, you had to sound like this. In order to graduate, you had to do this, okay? In order to be successful, you had to think like this, you had to move like this, you had to wake up at 5 a.m. and eat granola and drink a lot of protein, okay? You've been told so much about who you are and how to achieve and how to get and how to do and how to move that you totally forgot your own power. You totally forgot your own ability to do things, to get things done, to create things. You totally forgot about your own magic. Okay? So this also lets me know that the High Priestess, okay? As a High Priestess, you haven't been reclaiming your power, so you need to start doing that, because whatever system you've put in place, whether you are willingly doing it or unwillingly doing it, or consciously doing it or subconsciously doing it, you are giving away your power and you're not tapping into your deepest self, okay? You have to start with reclaiming your power. Whatever that looks like for you, whether that's reclaiming your voice, whether that's saying no and honoring it, whether that's standing firm and standing on business, you need to reclaim your power, Ashe. So this is coming up again when it comes to building legacy without burnout. As a High Priestess, reclaiming your power is step one. You got to know who you are first. You have to know that you're able to conquer whatever it is you're conquering, that you're able to build whatever it is you're setting out to build. You have to know that first, because once you know it, then everyone else will know it and will follow suit. Ashe, in support of your magic. So right now, you're working against that by not claiming your power, sis. Reclaim your power. The next card that came out in our reading was the Follow Your Heart card. Follow your heart. It's very simple. And don't say, yeah, it sounds more simple than what it actually is. No, sis, it's simple. It's real simple. Follow your heart. When you follow your heart, following your heart is answering the call of the Creator, answering the call of the Great Mother, the Supreme Mother, answering the call from the cosmic void. Okay? Answering the call to your soul's mission. That's following your heart. That is a way, that is a system that you can create that's going to support your magic. Because when you're following your heart, you're honoring your individuality. You're reclaiming your power, Ashe. So follow your heart. It may not be easy at first, because anytime that you're going against the matrix, anytime that you are going against a programming that was created for you to follow a certain way and follow a certain pattern and follow a certain existence for yourself, it's going to be a little hard, but I'm telling you, the Creator has your back. The benevolent universe is going to support you, because you're doing what you were destined to do. You're honoring the call that's going to lead you to your destiny, that's going to lead you to your fate. Ashe? So follow your heart and pay attention to the red. Okay? That was the whole point of me rocking the red, lighting my red candle, having my red pillow. This red energy, we're in our base chakra energy, High Priestess. If we're wanting to build a legacy without burnout, we got to stabilize our foundation by creating systems that's going to support our magic. Okay? By becoming self-sufficiency, by becoming self-sufficient through reclaiming our power and following our heart. Are you following me? These are the systems that are going to help support your magic and not suffocate it. Out of sight. You're out of sight. You're out of the mix. There's a lot of chaos going on. There's a lot of destruction going on. You see that fire behind her. Again, hence red. Okay? You are out of it. Stay out of it. Staying out of gossip. Staying out of beef. Staying out of celebrity gossip and celebrity news, okay? Staying out of situations that are not honoring your magic. Staying out of situations that have nothing to do with your spiritual ascension. Okay? Out of sight can mean that, but also, too, out of sight can mean just because you put it in the back of your mind and you're ignoring the call ain't gonna make it go away. It's not gonna make it go away. The universe is going to constantly tug and pull on you. Your spirit, your soul is going to constantly tug and pull on you because you're going to keep hearing that call. You're going to keep getting that knock. Because when you are destined to do something, when you are chosen to do something, when you have been designed to embody the energy of the High Priestess, that call does not go anywhere until you honor it. So putting it in the back of your mind is actually causing more destruction in your life. It's actually causing more looping, more karmic cycles. It's actually causing more chaos and trauma for you because you're still following in the ways and the pattern that you were taught, that you were given, okay? So just because you ignore it, just because you go to work or you go to school or you are part of this environment that's based on false illusions and you say that you're this, but your soul is not really identifying with that because really it's calling for this, just because it's out of sight doesn't mean that it's going to stop knocking and calling for you. You are doing more damage to your path, your experience, and your journey by ignoring what you were destined to do and to become, okay? Just because you're ignoring the pathway because you're fearful, or you're afraid of what others might think, or it's way out of pocket for how you were raised and what your family is known for, you're going to cause more destruction to yourself. You see that fire behind her, and it's going to grow bigger and bigger. You may seem like you're happy. You may seem like you're at ease, operating in a character role that was given to you upon birth. Hey, I'm making money. I mean, I have really great friends. I mean, what's wrong? There's a lot wrong, sis. It's a lot wrong. Ashe. After that, I pull the orgasm card. Another way that you can create a system that supports your magic is by creating orgasmic experiences. When you're operating in your life's work, when you're operating in your soul's mission and your soul's purpose, it is so freaking It's almost as good as sex, sis. I promise you. When I am creating my small batch natural skincare products for the collective, when I'm giving these names through intentionality, when I am creating my intentional rituals and my High Priestess activations, Ashe, when I am communing with the Spiritual Girly Covenant members, when I am creating community just based off of my own authenticity, because I chose to honor the call of the Great Mother, because I chose to pick up the robe as a High Priestess and walk proudly and confidently in that, baby, I be wanting to come. Operating in your authenticity, it makes you want to come, sis. Things flow to you too. When you have orgasmic experiences, you find that abundance follows you, that prosperity follows you, that money just wants to beat up under you because you're not operating in scarcity, you're not operating in lack, you're not operating in fear, you're not operating in disengagement, you're not operating through frustration, you're not operating in this, like, you know what I mean? Like one wrong move and this whole thing is gonna blow. You're not operating like that. You have a regulated nervous system. You're operating from the call of the divine sacred source energy. So it's fun. Ask every person who is doing what they want to do, what they were called to do. Every last one of them would tell you they're happy. They are joyous. It doesn't mean that every experience that they encountered was comfortable, wasn't challenging, okay, wasn't testy. It just means because they honored it and because they moved irregard to what is happening, it brought them satisfaction. They find what they do to be pleasurable, and it was worth all of the risk. Ashe? So, systems to support your magic is make orgasmic experiences. When you honor what you were meant to do, it becomes orgasmic. It becomes very pleasurable. A system that's going to support your magic is one that makes you happy, that brings you joy. Ashe, from the inside out. Ashe. And then the last card that I pulled, okay, this is the goddess Persephone, okay? She's an ancient Greek goddess, okay? She's a maiden goddess of spring, hence spring. And we know that spring is a real new year, okay? She is in resonance with rebirth, innocence, and youth. Ashe, look at the people who are doing what they love to do. Do they look stressed? When I'm making my skincare, baby, and I'm packaging orders, baby, I'm not stressed. It may look like a lot. It may look like I'm overwhelmed, but I'm actually in my mode. Okay? I get a lot of people cannot believe that I have 3 kids. I have a 21-year-old. They're like, 21, you look good, sis. That's because I finally found the tenacity. I finally had the balls to be like, okay, God. Okay, I'm going to do it your way. I'm going to do it your way. Even though my family grew up, I grew up in a family where, we had Christians and Muslims and, the African diaspora. There was a lot going on. There was a melting pot, okay, within my family. I'm going to honor the call of being this high priestess, what a lot of people think is evil, what a lot of people think is voodoo and black evil magic and things of that. Okay. Baby, I've never felt so comfortable. I've never felt so good in my body. And I'm going to the gym now. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all know, if y'all been following me, I was pregnant and had an ectopic pregnancy. So I had to get emergency surgery. This was just back in July of 2025. So my body is still healing on the inside. I'm doing a lot better, but I'm back in the gym and I'm just feeling amazing. And I'm having the space to commune with you guys and talk to you guys and just share what I know and share the things that I've been through. It gives you a sense of youthfulness. I rebirthed myself. I deleted all of my social media pages that were not supporting my magic. And now you can only find me on YouTube and TikTok, or you can commune with me on the Go Through My app. You can get in touch with me 24/7 on the app. Okay, I rebirthed myself by honoring the call, okay? By honoring the call, this is a system that supports my magic and not suffocated, Ashe, but also innocence. When you begin again, you have this sort of innocence. Because honoring your soul's mission, honoring your destiny, and allowing for the wheel of fortune to spiral you in the direction that you shall go, it allows for you to meet your fate. Okay? You end up where you were destined to be. I am going where I am destined to be. And there's an innocence there because it's a newness. You don't know. You're open. Ashe. So when creating systems that support your magic, lean into the energy of Goddess Persephone. And it reads, her energy resonates. What others have done to you is their karma, not yours. It is time to move from being a victim to being the queen of your own life. You hear that? I'm going to read that again. What others have done to you is their karma, not yours. So whatever role, whatever character that was given to you, whatever direction that you were not forced to go, but kind of led to go, that's not your fault. You didn't know any better. You thought that you were doing it the right way. Until you got the call from divine sacred source energy, until you got the call from the cosmic void, from the cosmic mother herself. Ashe? It is time to move from being a victim to being the queen of your life. Get out of victim mentality. Get out of the woe is me, my mama this, my daddy this, my brother this, my cousin this, the system this. I get it. There were things in your way. I get it. But now that you know better, High Priestess, now that you know better, Goddess, Empress, Spiritual Girly Collective, now that you know better, you now can redirect. You now can create a new script. You can literally wake up tomorrow and be a new person. Ashe, be the queen of your own life. Ashe, quickly, love. When it comes to Goddess Persephone and her idea of love, she says, be discerning in romantic relationships and set up boundaries. Don't let people get away with treating you badly. You want systems to support your magic? Honor your boundaries. Be discerning. Activate that throat chakra. Don't let people get away with shit. Okay? Prosperity. Goddess Persephone says, try to make the most of your present situation instead of wishing it away. You may feel trapped, but there could be opportunities right in front of you for more prosperity. Sis, being trapped or feeling trapped is only in the mind. You have an opportunity to create and build your legacy how you see fit as a high priestess without burning out, without stress, without struggle. Again, that doesn't mean you won't have challenges and you won't be tested. And you won't have initiations that lead you into new levels or the next level. It just says that you're going to find more prosperous opportunities. Ashe. Purpose. Goddess Persephone says your purpose is to help guide and support others who are going through what you once went through. Share your experiences and light the way for others. You have a testimony to share that could help others. You could literally lead other spiritual girlies, the Spiritual Girly Collective, and people alike out of their own darkness and help them get out of their own way and begin to build their legacy how they see fit as a high priestess as well. So share your story with those who are worthy, of course. Healing. Goddess Persephone says, forgive yourself for all the times you didn't know better. Let go of any guilt or blame you hold on to for the things that have happened to you at the hands of others. The burden is not yours to carry, sis. See yourself filled with white, healing light. Ashe. So forgive yourself for all the times you didn't know better. Let go of any guilt or blame you hold on to for the things that have happened to you. Okay? So again, we're creating systems that support our magic. Thinking about all the things that went wrong, thinking about all the things that people had done wrong to you is not supporting your magic. It is keeping you stuck. Okay? Goddess Persephone says creativity. Transmute your own pain and suffering through creativity by writing it out, drawing it out, painting it out, and moving your body. Okay, letting it move through and out of you. Ashe. This is why I said I'm back in the gym. I'm feeling good. Okay, this helps you to create that youthful energy, that youthful experience. And lastly, Goddess Persephone, when it comes to magic, says energetically cut or dissolve cords with those who have harmed you. Cut or dissolve cords with those you may have harmed as well. Ashe. So again, we're dealing with the base chakra, okay? We're in this red energy. It was a lot of red in these cards. A lot of red going on. And then we got a little lighter with the pink, right? And then we got into the pink. Pink is love. Ashe. So sis, when it comes to systems that support your magic, consider the things that I discussed with you today, okay? And get started on that today. Ashe. If you enjoyed this spiritual insight, this reading, if you enjoyed watching this video, please click the like button and be sure to subscribe so that way you won't miss out on any other posts that I create, any other videos, okay? You can also commune with me on the go through my free app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. It is Naturally You Cosmetics. That is naturally the letter U Cosmetics. There you guys can take a look at all of my small batched skincare goodies that I create. You could book a reading. You can dive deeper, and immerse yourself in my written transmissions on my blog. Okay. And you can also become a Spiritual Girly Covenant member. All right. You subscribe to the group. It is members only, and we do a lot there. All right, we got the Q&A Sundays going. We got the weekly readings on Wednesdays going. And you actually get a free reading upon joining the group. But there's a lot more other things that's going on. So head over to naturalucosmetics.com. Click on groups to learn more about the Spiritual Girly Covenant. Or download my app. Like I said, it's free in your Google Play and Apple App Store. And subscribe to the Spiritual Girly Covenant there as well. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you. Ashe.